Morning bread buddies, how are you doing? How's your week been? Let me know in the comments what your peak of the week has been. It just brings me so much joy seeing what makes other people happy, you know, like big or small, let me know. This week is the first full week I'm doing content creation full time. Last week was kind of like a trialish week. I was on my friend's hen, came back, I had a load of jobs to shoot. It didn't really sink in, and I feel like a full week is when you can really get into things. I've decided on a bit of a routine for the week-ish. I've decided on a routine for Mondays. So Mondays are going to be my YouTube edit day. Yesterday was so good. It's Tuesday today and yesterday was Monday. And what I decided was I was going to go to the gym, which is the first time I've done that in a year. It slipped off the priority list. I've talked about this before, that you always have time. It's just a matter of priorities, and going to the gym just wasn't on my priority list. I'm relatively fit anyway. I have an under-desk treadmill. So even though I wasn't going to the gym, when I was on work calls, I was walking on my treadmill. So I'd still get between like 15 and 20,000 steps a day. I love walking so much. So I was still keeping myself fit, but doing things like strength training. I'm doing the 3 Peaks challenge in August, and I don't have any hill training. So I wanted to start going back to the gym to be able to go onto the Stairmaster essentially, and also do some weights to strengthen like my muscles in my legs, things like that. I can walk for hours. I will literally go for a walk for 2 hours across a city, no problem. But in terms of like going up hills and things like that, that's something I need work on. So I went back to the gym yesterday, and my plan is that I want to do as long as possible on the Stairmaster. I'm starting off with 20 minutes and then doing a bit of like weights after that, changing in between doing arm workouts, leg workouts, things like that. And I want to go 3 times a week. So yesterday went to the gym, did 20 minutes on the Stairmaster, did a bit of upper body, then came back and had a whole day where I was just editing my YouTube, which is so great because previously I would have to edit in the evenings, the odd hour here and there. I was never able to really get into it. A little bit of a behind the scenes for you. I tend to have around 2 hours of raw footage every week that I edit down into my weekly YouTubes for you guys. The way that I personally edit and like to edit, it takes, I would say, around 4 hours for every 1 hour of raw footage. So my YouTubes can take about 8 hours to edit. Previously, with my full-time job, I was doing that in the evenings, on the weekends, just whenever I had a spare moment. So to be able to dedicate a whole day to just sit down, blitz through it all, has been so good already. I'm already seeing the rewards of it. Lawrence and I were able to also go take Oishi for a walk in the park yesterday after work. Little things I'm being able to incorporate back into my life, and that's what I really wanted from going full-time with this as well, to be able to still produce the level of content that you guys like. Sorry, my phone's right by you guys and buzzing. Just have a little bit more balance in my life, and I can, hold on, I've got some loads on the go, and just be able to get some of my life back, which I already feel happening, which is just incredible. I always wondered with content creators, when people said, oh, I'm just doing a little bit of laptop time, what does that mean? Because when I'd watch content creators, I'd go, well, you film content and post it on the internet. Like, what laptop time do you possibly need? So if you're nosy, this is what my laptop time is as a content creator. I personally don't have a manager because I really like all the things that a manager would do. So things that some people might not like to do, like corresponding with clients over emails or sending out quotes, all those kind of things, I think a lot of people don't enjoy potentially. And when I've spoken with other people in the industry, they don't like doing that side of things. But because that was essentially my full-time job, I really like it. I like putting together quotes. I love negotiating. I love like building relationships directly with either agencies or brands and not having it go through someone. A lot of my laptop time is responding to emails. I'll have correspondence come directly through me and people asking for paid partnerships, or if they can send me things or gifting, just like little things like that, just like general emails like anyone would have with any job. Creating quotes for when people request things. Because of the job that I had, I love putting together pitch decks. I love putting everything together properly. When I have a client say, we want you to do XYZ, I will send a really polished deck over with all of the concepts, examples of the content, an example shoot list of what I'll do within the video, a script. I spend quite a bit of time pulling those decks together. And the same with insights as well. So whenever you post a piece, and I don't know if I should be sharing all this information, I don't know if this is like bad form, but I'm telling you it now. Whenever you post a piece of content with a brand, you need to send them insights afterwards. So if there's ever a content creator that you really love and you see that they've posted an ad with a brand, the best thing that you could possibly do for that content creator is engage with that post. Like it, comment on it, share it. It is honestly, that will do so well for their engagement score, and then it will make other brands want to work with them, and it will mean that they'll be able to do more of the content that you like organically, all this kind of stuff. So if there's a content creator that you love and you see that they've posted an ad, engage. And also like on stories on Instagram, if you ever see that someone's posted an ad and there's a link that they've put in there, click on the link. Even if you're not going to do anything with it, just give it a click, because that will then show up on their insights that X amount of people clicked on the link, and it's just really good analytics for them. So that's something that you can do to help support your content creators. When it comes to sharing insights, again, I put it into like a really beautiful deck for a client, and I then also pitch an idea for how we can work together again, because all the brands that I personally work with are brands that I really love and use myself already, or have got into using through the deal that we've worked with, all this kind of stuff. Like, I love every brand that I decide to work with. So whenever I share that insights deck, I'll always propose this is how I'd like to work with you again. Please let's keep this relationship going, because it's been so good talking to my community about you. A little bit of a ramble on how content creation is behind the scenes, I guess, when I'm not just talking with you guys here and not just filming and editing. That's the other side of admin that needs to be done. So I'm just doing a little bit of laptop time. I've got a few things that I need to do, a few emails that I need to respond to. Just made a nice breakfast, so gonna do this. I've also got a couple of loaves on the go. Besides that, I've got around 20 minutes of footage that I have left to edit for what would have been last week's YouTube for you guys. I want to blitz through that, and then we're going to pop out. This is another thing that's so exciting to me. I can pop out and potter. I feel like every day currently for me feels like that really lovely Sunday pottering day, if that makes sense. Like, I love a Sunday potter. I'll like go to the shops, I'll do a little bit of work, read the Waitrose weekend paper, just little things. And it currently feels like every day is that, but I'm still getting stuff done, which is amazing. After I've done this, we'll pop out. I want to go to the library because, again, now I have time back, I can read again. There's a couple of books that I want to see if we've got there. I might even see if they've got it on the system before we go there, but we'll go to the library. I also need to pick up something from Dunelm. I'm going to an event tomorrow that I'll bring you guys along with, and it is another food content creator who I adore called Mads, Crisps and Dip. If you follow her on TikTok, she's just like holy grail. I love her so much. It'll be the first time I'm meeting her, which is wild. I get so many comments on my TikTokers to going, you two would be a great combination together, and I'm nervous. I'm really nervous to meet her, but she's hosting a sips and I can't remember what it's called, sips and something evening. She invited me along to it, so I'm going to do a little gift for her. There's something that I saw in Dunelm that I think would be perfect. So we'll go to Dunelm, we'll pick that stuff up, have a little bit of a potter. Yeah, first week as a content creator. This is exciting. This is really, really exciting, and I can't wait to just explore this new part of my life, really. It's going to be really good. I'm going to crack on with some bits now. I'll check in with you in a little bit, and we can go have a little bit of a potter together. popped into Dunelm. By the way, like, so helpful. I was like about to go upstairs and find, because when I've ordered before, I've had to go upstairs to the section there, and when I was like about like hovering at the stairs, a guy that works here came over and said, "Oh, you're right, can I help you with anything?" And I explained that I needed to pick up an order. "No, it's just over there, but let me take your order number." Like, we just stood there and he put it in. He was like, "You go do your like shopping that you need to do and I'll leave it at the counter for you, come get it." Such a nice guy. I want to pick up something else in here. I want to get a coffee cup. On Thursday I'm going to another event, and it's a daytime event which I would not have been able to do in my full-time job, so this is really exciting, and it's with the wonderful Natalia Nat Nourishments. She's just amazing. I love her so much, and it's an event that she's holding with Nescafe. So I had an idea, let me sit down for a second. I had an idea to go get a takeaway coffee holder, and then in one side of it have a takeaway coffee cup that I'll put a posy in, so that I'll get some nice flowers in a second, and the other half I was going to have a look now in, I think I'm going to go to Morrison's, because Morrison's has a really good flower section where you can buy per stem, so I'll be able to get flowers for Mads and flowers for Nat at the same time. I'll probably go to Morrison's and I can have a look to see if there's anything Nescafe based to have in the other half of the holder, so it'll be a little like coffee Nescafe gift for her to congratulate her on the event that she's doing with them. So I need to find a takeaway coffee cup. Let's come across these. I'm not in the market for a jar, I don't need a jar for anything, but how nice are those? We've got like a really good, like too good suction lid on them as well, like, oh, too good. But yeah, £4 for those. There's some really nice things reduced here as well, actually. Oh my gosh, should I get that for Mads? Is that a bit too OTT? It's reduced to £10.50. Should I get that? Is that a good thing to add in to the fish-based gift? I think I need to get this. I think that's so cool. Okay, I'll get that for her. There's also these. I love the look of those dip bowls. They're lovely. Are they enamel? Yes, they're enamel. Some lovely things reduced here. Look at this little dish. Look at that, that's very cute. Dunelm just does so well, doesn't it? Takeaway, I'll come back for that. Takeaway coffee cup. Where would they be? Oh, I've seen these before as well in Dunelm. I think those, there's a blue one and a green one, £10 each. I think they're so nice. Okay, the only ones they have are like ones like this and ones like this one. I did think this was one as well, but this is actually someone's. They've left that. That's someone's cup there that they've just put. So yeah, I was hoping for a little bit more of a stylistic one than one like that. So maybe I'll have a look in Morrison's instead. I think Morrison's do have some good homeware bits. We'll go get that fish plate, pick up the order and head over to Morrison's. I need to get a couple of other bits as well actually, because I need to film an ad tomorrow and tonight. I think I might actually do an ad that I've got that needs to go over for approval in a couple of days, so I need to get shooting it pretty ASAP. And good thing about the content that I do is that I can just make it for our dinner. I think I'm going to do one of the ads for dinner tonight when I get home. Let's get those dishes, pick up the order to Morrison's. Okay, I feel Morrison's have got the brief more. We've got a couple of things here. I'm thinking, do we get a nice glass one like this sat in it? There's this one, that's £3, or a nice daisy one, or do I get an actual thermos one? This is £4. There's this pattern, or this one here with daisies and bees on. Kind of like steering towards one of these. I think that's really nice. I know that she likes having green juice as well. Yeah, she drinks green juice, so this I think would be a nice like multi-purpose. It could be coffee, it could be a green juice, like an iced coffee obviously. Yeah, I'm steering towards that. I also went into the Morrison's cafe and asked the woman if I could have one of the holders that coffee goes into. She was really confused about the whole situation. She's like, "You just want this?" I was like, "Yes please, is that okay?" She's like, "Yeah, fine, take it." So I've got one of those. So my plan is that I'll put this, hopefully this will fit. Let's see, we'll have this tray. I did want to get a 2 trayer, but, oh, this doesn't even fit in this. Oh, there's a flaw in this plan then, because that doesn't even fit. Okay, does this fit in there? No. Oh, what do I do? Because I had such a cute idea of having like, going to the event with like a coffee cup and then a Nescafe thing in there. Are these just maybe like an abnormally small one, or is that a universal size? Do I go into Costa and see if they have a bigger one? Maybe I need to go into B&M and see if they've got a more coffee-shaped, reusable mug instead. Okay, we're gonna keep this. There is a Costa next door, so I'm gonna go into Costa, see if they will also give me a nice holder as well, and then we can go to B&M and see if we can find a reusable coffee cup that will fit in each one. That's going to be the plan. We have more of a success here in B&M. We have got various ones. This is the kind of thing that I was thinking. I was thinking that kind of thing, which they've got multiple of. It's also a daisy one that's quite cute, but they do also have the same one that we just saw in Morrison's in a daisy, and also in just like a nice clear one. And I'm thinking maybe the nice clear one, because also I went into Starbucks. I forgot there's a Starbucks as well as a Costa, and they gave me a 2-trayer, and this one seems to fit better because the little bits go in a bit more. There, so you can have that. And then I bought like a nice tin of Nescafe, so I think that with some flowers coming out of it and the Nescafe thing in there for her would be quite nice. I think we'll go for the plain. I mean, this is cute, but I'm worried that some people don't like patterns on their glassware, and this is a little bit more neutral, you know. How much is that? £3. Bargain. I'm so sorry, I left you in the lurch a little bit yesterday. I came home from doing my pottering around and I essentially just like cracked on with filming an ad. It's for, can I say this yet? Yes, because it's going live this week. So it's already gone live, I'll put a preview here. It's with Plants, which is the brand by Deliciously Ella. And hold on, let me just go shut the door to Lawrence's office. That's like one thing that we're starting to navigate with me working full-time on content creation. I'm in the kitchen during work hours a lot more than I used to be. Like before, I would film at the start of the day before I started work, maybe on my lunch break, and then like after work hours. But now I'm in here with you guys during the day. Lawrence's office is like just through there, so we're trying to work out a little bit of a way that I can be working in here and not really disturbing him too much. I actually want to show you my office setup as well, because something that I'm not necessarily struggling with, but I just want to distance myself a little bit from my office environment for a little bit. We're going to the US next week. I'll talk to you about like my vlog plans, because I want to do vlogs throughout the whole time I'm there, but I'm going to have to delay them a little bit in order to edit them all and get them all up for you guys. So I've got a bit of a plan as to what content I can push live to make sure that you have a Sunday vlog, and also I can edit and enjoy my holiday. When we're back from that trip, that is when I can get myself back into that office and reset my mindset as to being that being my new office space. Because currently with the work that I'm doing, I've just decided I want to do it at the kitchen island, just to distance myself a little bit, get that differentiation of having those two different areas. Let me show you it now. I want to just change up the room a little bit so that it feels different, you know? I will be doing a full house tour too. I might even do that as next week's vlog, as something to tie me over whilst I'm away in America, so you guys can have a piece of content. Maybe next week I'll do a let's get ready for holiday, pack, prep the house. I need to give the house a massive deep clean. That's another thing that's really dropped off my priority list. So the house needs a huge deep clean, and I might do a house tour as well. So we might do a little bit like reset for holiday, house tour video for next week's vlog. But this is my current office. And I do love it. I've got my under desk treadmill here, and it's a lovely setup. It's bright. I've got aircon in here as well, so during summer it's like very easy to keep cool. And there's nothing wrong with it at all, but it's just, I just connect it with having the office job that I used to have. So I'm thinking, should I change it up a little bit? If you have any ideas of what I can do. What I was thinking of just like flipping these two bits around just to give something a bit different. So putting the sofa against this wall, because also I was considering getting some storage to go either side of this sofa. This is a click-clack sofa. We've never actually used this as a spare bedroom, but there's the option to do it if we needed. And something I do want to do this year to be able to do that is put some curtains along this door opening, because we've got these two big glass doors, which is lovely for a working office, but when you're sleeping in here, not so much. So yeah, so I'm thinking just flip the room round, put the sofa bed against this wall, then it'll probably allow me room to put like a bit of almost like two side tables either side of the sofa. I'm pretty certain, I just need to check that there's plug sockets. Yeah, there's a couple of plug sockets here. That is one thing that I'd say. If you're renovating your home, put plug sockets everywhere, like literally in every corner of every room, and also do the ones with the USB like chargers as well. Honestly, like you'd be surprised about the amount of times that you would need a plug socket. You're like, oh dang, like it's all the way over there. So if you're renovating at the moment and you have the opportunity to put plug sockets in, put in more than you think, way more than you think, in every corner of the room. Also, like, get plugs that match the colour of your walls as well. I think it makes a big difference. You can either buy them done, or what we've done in other rooms is we've just spray painted them a really similar colour so it blends in. So yeah, so I think I should do that. Maybe I should just flip the room round, and that'll just give me a little bit of like difference. And maybe I'll just like reset my desk space as well, put some new things in there, put a candle on there, just little things, just make it a little bit more different, a little bit more me, you know? So yeah, so I think in a couple of weeks I'm going to give myself that room back, but for now I'm just kind of using this next like couple of weeks before we go away to get into a new flow, reset. Well, I feel like I've said reset so many times, but yeah. Yesterday I did a really good recipe for Plants, which is a brand that's co-owned by Deliciously Ella. We're in talks as well of doing regular work together too, which is really exciting. Put a link in the bio to that, because it was a really delicious crunch wrap. I love a wrap. I'm a bread gal as my carb of choice, but sometimes, you know, you just don't want a piece of toast. Sometimes you want something different, and for me, wraps are that kind of thing. This morning, I'm just making some herbal tea. I really got into, when we were in Lisbon for my friend's hen, hibiscus tea. It seems to be all over the place I don't know if it's Portugal as a general thing, but definitely in Lisbon, like most places you get iced hibiscus tea, which I loved. And apparently it's really good for skin, detox, liver function, I think also cholesterol as well. And those are all things that I'm struggling with my skin. So Roaccutane is meaning that my liver can potentially be impacted and my cholesterol can potentially be impacted. So anything I can do to potentially offset anything, I'm very excited for. And I like it as well. So I'm just making a batch of hibiscus tea. I tend to brew one of these and then I'll put it into a big bottle and drink that throughout the day with a little bit of ice. I'm going to do some fun scoring techniques today on some sourdoughs that I want to put out on sourdough Sundays. It's ox-eye daisy season, which are edible, and you'll see them normally on the side of the road, but try not to pick those ones because obviously they've been by the side of the road by fumes and stuff. But if you ever come across ox-eye daisies that are more set back, away from like direct traffic, you can use them on salads. I'm going to use them as a decoration on my sourdough, like in ice cubes. Oh my god, in ice cubes would be so good for like a nice mocktail cocktail. So I'm going to do a sourdough scoring with some ox-eye daisies in a second, and then also do the one for Mads, where I decided yesterday on the drive home that I'm going to try and score it into a fish shape. We'll see. If this goes badly, I don't know, because the ox-eye daisy loaf I need to use for an ad I'm doing. So it's not even like if the scoring of the fish goes wrong, I can give her the ox-eye daisy one, because I would have cut into it for an ad that we're going to film today. So let's see. And the ad that I'm filming today, this also would have gone live, I think, by the time that we've got this. I'll put a preview here. It's with Lucky Saint, which oh my god, I love Lucky Saint so much. They are one of the best alcohol-free beers ever. I do think that with alcohol-free drinks, wines, they're just, I've said this before in a previous vlog, I personally don't think they're there yet. They're trying, the space is getting better, but they still don't taste like for like. But beers have nailed it, and Lucky Saint is always my go-to, especially in restaurants. I love their stubby little bottles as well. They're so adorable. So when they approached me to ask if I wanted to do an ad with them, I was just so ecstatic, because I love them, love what they do, love the fact that they've like really excelled in the space, and they're only like 5 years old. Love them a lot. So I'm going to be filming a paid ad with them today, and I need my loaf to do that, because I'm going to do, this is the other thing as well, I only work with brands that give me creative license. It's one of the main things that I ask. When I have a brand approach me, I always say, how strict are your key messaging, and how strict is the concepting you guys have got an idea for? Because essentially, if I'm doing an ad with you guys, I want it to be authentic, in my own style. I want to have the creative license to doing it. I want to be able to portray the messages that your brand wants to, but in a way that I like to do. I love it when a brand, there's almost like no question about it. Some brands, there's like a backwards and forwardsing, and we have to try and work out a way to make it work for both parties. But there are some brands, Lucky Saint being one of them, Plants by being another one, Waitrose being another one, they essentially just go, we want you to use this product. Off you go, let us know what you want to do with it. And I love that so much, because that for me is what ads should be all about. I should be sharing stuff with you guys that I would have done myself. So yeah, so I'm gonna do this scoring, and then I'm gonna crack on with doing the recipe for Lucky Saint. I had the idea to do, so their brief was actually, they just want it to be something that's a summer ritual for you, and incorporating Lucky Saint into that. And something that Lawrence and I always love to do when it comes to summer is we will take our lunch break when we're working from home and sit on the lawn together, and sometimes only 15 minutes, but it's just a nice little like pause moment, you know? So I said I'd really like to go into that ritual that Lawrence and I have. So they're like, yeah, go for it. So essentially I'm gonna make Lawrence and I lunch today. I had the idea to use their beer to also make a batter to do a fish finger sandwich. So that's what we're gonna have for lunch, which I'm very excited for. Right, let's make the tea, score the dough, get on with the ad. I really hope this turns out how I want it to. I want all these little bits to curl up. I did think about putting more daisies here, but I think that's really cute. Look at that. Fingers crossed. I need to wait for that to cool before I can slice into it and film the paid ad. And also, like, it's only 10 a.m, so we don't need to be having a fish finger sandwich right now. And Lawrence is like a very much eat later in the day kind of guy anyway. I'm gonna make myself a little bit of breakfast, do a little bit of laptop work. I need to do a little bit of admin. I need to do a voiceover for the Plants ad that I did. I've just got the leftovers from yesterday. Sushi rice. I'm a big savoury breakfast person. I would always choose savoury over sweet any day. I'll have sweet for like a dessert, like breakfast dessert, but main breakfast, I need to go in with savoury. So I'm going to crisp up some of the sushi rice, and I've got some of the leftover mushrooms and edamame that I cooked with literally just a little bit of sesame oil and crispy chili oil. Then we have the final bits of leftover seaweed from a takeaway that I had, and also the final bits of satay from a Chinese takeaway that I had. Essentially, I think I'm just going to chuck it all into a pan, let it crisp up, then I'll crack an egg into it, bowl it up. Pretty simple, you know? A little bit of oil, then some of the sushi rice in. Add the satay sauce on top of that. Then in with those mushrooms and bits. I'm just going to leave that for a few moments just to crisp up. Hopefully you can hear me over that. Can I rest you on there? You're on a plant pot. What about this? Can we rest you like that? Yeah. Also just had a parcel get delivered. Rhythm 108. Very exciting. Wonder what goodies are in here. Handcrafted by chocolatiers. So I'm guessing it's a spread. Chocolate spread? Oh, whoa. Okay. These are definitely going to be included in the giveaway. Hold on. We've got 3 jars here. Oh my gosh. Okay. I've seen these in Waitrose before. Okay. So we have this golden blondie spread. That rice is probably going to burn. Hold on. Take it off the heat for a moment. Then we have the chocolate hazelnut spread. Creamy pistachio. And we have 2 of each flavour, which is incredible because that means that I'll be able to try one of each, and then I'll be able to include one of each into a giveaway. Oh my god, the blondie one, I am so excited for. Oh, that's really, thank you Rhythm 108. That is so exciting to receive. Right, I'm gonna put these in my little giveaway area. I always hoard everything. So I'll put this in the little section, oh god, over here that I've got. I've got so many amazing things ready for the next giveaway as well. It's going to be insane. I'm getting to a point now where I've got like a month in advance of stuff for giveaways, which is the best thing. Right, breakfast. Okay, so that rice is all like crisped up, and I've just like flipped it over a little bit, and I'm gonna crack an egg in to the other side of the pan. Do some sesame seeds on top, and then that leftover seaweed as well into that. I'm such a fan at the moment of over easy eggs, so I'll give that egg a little bit of a flip. Flip, turn her off, and we'll plate up. Okay, toppings of choice. Crispy chili oil, as always. We are dangerously low on this though, so I'm gonna have to make a trip to the Hoo Hing and get some more of this. I think we actually have one more serving left in here. I also have that one there, so we'll have a little bit of that on top. I've enjoyed this one as well actually. It's got really nice big bits of garlic in it. I'm not sure I'd repurchase it, but only because I am Lao Gan Ma till I die. I think if I wasn't so obsessed with the Lao Gan Ma one, this one would be the next one that I would probably go for. Okay, and then I'm going to do a little bit of the toragashi, and then I've also got some of this here, teriyaki seasoning. There's our final bowl there. Kind of similar to yesterday, but a little bit different. Oh, guys, I've also just had a delivery. I saw someone when we were in Zakynthos at the airport with the most amazing luggage set. It was a beautiful silver suitcase, and then it had this thing over the sides of it. And I asked her, where's this from? And she said it's from Rimowa, which, if you don't know Rimowa, beautiful luggage brand, but insanely expensive. Like, I could not justify buying. I think the carry-on is something ridiculous, like £500. But I just love this contraption that she had over the top of it. And I looked on Rimowa to see, can I just buy that as a separate thing? And I actually couldn't even find it online, so maybe she got it somewhere else. But I think that even that item alone would have been a couple of £100. So I thought Amazon must do something similar. They do. Right, so this here, oh, it's magnetic as well, I didn't realise that, is a thing that you can put over your suitcase. Let me show you on one of them that we've got here. So you have your carry-on suitcase here, and then what you do, and there's like these little clippy bits as well, so you can take the clippy bits off. Then you put this over the top like that, clip it on, and then you can put things like, look at all the compartments, all the pockets. Isn't that so good? I think that for saving on certain like luggage space, and the fact that it's also got handles here, so when you take it off, so your suitcase can go in the overhead, you could just pull it off. That can go underneath your seat. I think that's brilliant. That's going to be so handy. I'll put the link below. I'll show you the flour loaf, because I think that turned out better. The sardine one, it looks okay, but it looks a little bit childish. I need to get a bit better with that kind of scoring. But the flower one, this is it here. I think that looks so cute. The little daisies in there. I do think we could have done them all the way down like that, maybe in like a line formation like that, but love how the scallops have turned out so well on that one. And then this one is the sardine one. I feel like that could be better, but it's cute, it works. And it's a good bake. A little behind the scenes for you. This is the sandwich that I've made for the Lucky Saint ad. Just waiting for the sun to go in a little bit so I can do the final shot there. Set up over here. So Lawrence and I are gonna have a nice little lunch in the garden. Money shot all done. Just got a little bit of a setup here now. So, final shots. Got my tripod here, and I just need Lawrence to come in, sit with me, and have some lunch. Hopefully the cats and Oishi will come out and join us as well, because I kind of incorporated that into the script that they do usually do this when we're like pottering around on the lawn. They do sometimes come out and join us. Kiki is right there, so I might push an acting career on her, bring her out. Right, I'm going to put you guys here so you can see the action there. Just a little bit of a behind the scenes. We got the money shot there. All ready. I'll show you the little gift basket here. I'm so happy with this. Got some flowers in that sardine tin, all of the tin fish there, that little dish there, sourdough. Love it. I'll show you the outfit.
Put it in newspaper like it's...
I have newspaper as well. Don't know if you heard that. Lawrence just said, oh, you should have like rolled it in paper like fish and chips. Oh well, for another time. And this is the outfit. I've got this United Colours of Benetton. Benetton? Benetton shirt. I actually got this in Lisbon and really like it. It's been a really nice little pop-ish of colour. This is a necklace that I got in Naples from a woman making them outside a church. I love it so much. It's got a lovely little memory to it. And then this is just a silk midi skirt from New Look. It's actually a midi skirt that I've rolled up to become mini skirts. I saw Anna Newton do this on a reel and I thought it was such a good idea because I do love a little skirt like this, but I didn't want to buy one. Repurpose what you have. Socks, I think a Primark Sage to match the linen shirt, and then FitFlop loafers. And then this is just a nice, good sized H&M bag. Really a little bit nervous about this one because I have wanted to meet Mazzy for so long. I always get nervous at these events. I think there's a couple of people going that I know. So if anything, it'll be some nice snacks. I might treat myself to a glass of wine. I'm driving, and because of, you guys are probably bored of me saying this, because of being on Rocketane, I can't drink loads anyway, but I'll have one, I think. Right, off I go. So we got Maddie over there. Look at this setup here. This is just the most beautiful event space ever. If I find the link to it, I'll put it below. I think it's called Tram Depot. Tram Depot.
I hope that's true.
Yeah, I think it is. Now you said it, I'm like, yeah, that is true. But look at this. Who waters all these plants? This is wild. Got a beautiful tablescape. There's a few people here that I have been following for so long and I finally have got to meet. We have got over here Kate. She is amazing, really good food reviewer. There's just so many cool people here, and I think that's one of the things that I'm getting used to is that, yeah. Oh, here's that.
Yo. Also, the lighting in here is so
Isn't
good.
it like it's perfect?
I look so tan, my eyes are blue.
Oh, you look tanned anyway. Like you've got like the olive skin to, yeah, the Italian skin. And we're sitting next to each other as well.
Oh, wait, okay.
Yeah. Mads has just like moved stuff around, so you and I are here.
Welcome to Summer Sippers. Me and Ollie both have a passion for snacks and wine, and Ollie also works in wine, so we always have this idea of doing a little thing together. This is our kind of soft launch, so be kind. Not that you're all not nice people anyway.
The first wine is a sparkling wine from Portugal, from Vinha Verde, made by a guy called Anselmo Mendes, who is kind of known as the godfather of Alvarinho. And this is a really classic, spent time in age on the bottle with use, so it's got a bit of sort of weight behind it. But it's all the things you want to sort of cut through fatty, rich, snacky bits.
We have everything bagel olives, quite literally exactly what they sound like. Then we have some kimchi gilders. These are like Bloody Mary style. We basically have just a veggie version and a meat version. So the meat ones have, I cannot say it, Worcestershire. They are like marinated in it, and celery salt on top. Yeah, just little snacky bits to get you going. Well, the whole thing is going to be snacks, but these are the beginning snacks. The snackiest of snacks, shall we say.
Here we have, these are the kimchi gilders, and then this is a Bloody Mary gilder. Look at that. And we have some stuffed olives here as well.
The next course is my greatest love in the world, crisp and dip. A little platter of dippable items. So we've got a layered dip, kind of like a miso aubergine vibe. And then we have a tomato tartare, which is just like a gorgeous, fresh little tomato essence-y vibe, just to balance out the saltiness. So yeah, enjoy crispin and dipping. And then we've got some lovely wines to go with.
So if no one got the memo before about how much Maddie put me through the ringer with the food and expectations on wine pairing. The two wines for this sort of course are both Greek island wines. The first is one of my favourites from Santorini. The wine is really powerful, so stands up to a lot of Maddie's really powerful flavours. And then the other Greek island wine is off dry, so it's actually low ABV, got a bit of residual sugar. Overlast on its own might be a bit sweet, might be a bit weird, but with the sweet miso aubergine should go really well.
We've got the layered dip here, the tomato one's over there, and then that one is the aubergine. Right, this is the layered one.
I prefer it to the first one.
That's banging. And then we have the aubergine one. That is like there's so much flavour in that.
Everything's vegan except the layered dip.
Oh shit.
Oh my god! That's incredible.
Still snacky, but a bit more carby, soak up all that wine. Basically things on toast. And I've forgotten what the things on toast are. I love imitation crab and I just feel like, let's bougify it. So we have some lovely imitation crab on toast with puff fries and nori sauce, which is Sophie's creation and it's fucking fantastic. Imagine like everything you love about sushi in a sauce, like it's literally amazing. This, oh my god, we went round in circles with this dish. We kind of wanted to create a soy curd egg yolk spread, and that was kind of what we decided. However, in plating it, they just look so gorgeous as whole egg soy curd egg yolks. So that's what we've done with parmesan, a hot honey butter. It's just like divine, you will see. And then I just feel like we had to have an anchovy on toast in some form because that is just truly one of my favourite things ever to eat on toast. Anchovies on toast with a Kewpie garlic butter, which again, Sophie's idea. And that's that. And what about the wines?
To compound on the assault of flavours Maddie's put together with this, she also told me that she needs an orange wine and a chillable red. So naturally, I opt to and prefer a chillable red and an orange natural wine. The orange wine is from some winemakers in Bergen, and they've actually been on top of this whole orange low intervention winemaking thing since before it was cool. They do everything biodynamically. It's sort of like the cycle of the moon, and it does things to the sun. It's real like hippie shit on acid. but honestly, for some reason, so many wineries around the world are doing it. And the wines are really good, so something's working. It's really lifted and floral, but has like a gentle texture. It's unfiltered, so it's a cloudy wine. It smells sweet, but it's actually really dry and refreshing. And it's called Perfect Day, which is quite fitting for a summer day like this. The red wine is from my favourite winemaker in Australia, a guy called Mac Forbes. Bursting with summer fruits, so refreshing. Not at all like a Pinot Noir you'd get from Burgundy, which actually has a lot of weight behind it. It's just purely delicious.
Thank you. Oh, so this is the imitation crab, right? Imitation crab, mayo, nori sauce, puff rice. Glorious.
These are the Kewpie garlic butter, anchovy toast, a little tri-grain.
Look at those. Oh my gosh, that was such a good event. It was so nice to finally meet Maddie, and there were so many other people here that it was just so lovely to finally meet. Amazing. It was kind of like, it's called Summer Sippers, and Maddie was saying that this is something that she's trialling before she, I think, rolls out as a full-on supper club. Fingers crossed she'll do more of them because it was just so lovely. I love a supper club anyway, so intimate. I was sat next to like Maddie's like best friend. Just to chat and connect with her was so lovely. I felt like I was in a real inner circle of people because next to Lucy, her best friend, was her mum, and then opposite me was her brother and his partner. The best event, so much fun. Heading back to my car now. I'm actually a little bit later than I thought I would be. They were just overrunning, so I told Lawrence I'd be home at like 10 and it's 10 now, so I'll probably be home more like 11:30 or something, which is quite late for me. I'm hoping my car's okay because I parked down a road that I don't know if I'm actually allowed to park down. The gate is still open, but I worry that my car's going to be blocked in, so we'll see. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow. Heading into London again for another event, and I need to go shopping for a wedding guest dress, so we'll do that. So see you in the morning.
The next station is
I feel like I've lived 1,000 lives this morning already. I got up a little bit early so that I could make some sourdough coffee buns to bring to this event for Natalia, and I'm just on my way now. I've learned from doing some of these events now is that you don't actually want to turn up dead on time because normally they're still setting up and there's about half an hour or so of mulling around time before people are actually ready for you to sit down. And I think it's a 3-course sit-down lunch. Heading there now. I've got a bag full of goodies for her. It's been interesting transporting this. I remember I said to you guys on last week's vlog that I was going to look forward to not having to come into London laden with bags and awkward things to bring into the office. I've just continued to make life hard for myself, deciding to bring in ridiculous things for people. But I've done a nice little gift for her. We've got some coffee buns, we've got some Nescafe, we've got the coffee glass filled with water that's filled with flowers. It'll be a nice gift, but I definitely have not made life easy for myself yet again. Look at this nice little park. Isn't this lovely? I'm such a big walker that I will always choose to walk if I can. I did have to get the tube from Euston to here just because I was running out of time a little bit. But whenever I can, I will walk. And I just think that you end up discovering amazing little spots that you just wouldn't have seen before.
It's concentrated coffee, so you essentially just pour a shot in. 16 serving.
And how much are they like retail at the moment?
$4.99.
Oh, bargain!
You get them in the office. What would you like?
Please, I think we have to go for the caramel one. I feel like there's going to be an opportunity to try every one, right? So we'll start with the caramel.
So you can measure into a shot jigger, or
Yeah.
as only because I've used it a lot now, I can free pour it. So you essentially just pour about a shot in.
Well, thank you so much. Perfect. Look at this tablescape, guys. This arrangement here, the ranunculus, that's just so glorious. Let me take you over and show you Nat doing her thing. She's just plating everything up now. Oh my God, guys, this just looks so incredible. Are these the Isle of Wight tomatoes? Nat's also on YouTube as well, like really nice kind of like comfort food creator. And if you want to give her a follow, I'll put her YouTube account below as well, because she'll be vlogging this. Actually, this is so funny to see other people's setup. The amount of food content creators that use masking tape to use as a tripod, it just honestly makes me laugh so much.
I'm just cutting the blanched asparagus and green beans to make like a nice potato salad. I've got some really nice pesto. These are Jersey Royals. Got like a bean dip, bean and caponata dip, which is one of my favourites, and I made this like 2 days ago. So
Oh, I was going to ask you actually about your prep for this. Oh my God, no, that's amazing. You must do so much of this at home.
Yeah,
prep, right? Yeah.
The only thing really cooking wise I've done here is the chicken skewers, which are under there.
Yeah.
And the salmon in the back, and then I've cooked all of these.
Oh my God, look. We've got the biggest goodie bag. Should we have a look at this now? This is Emma. Great podcast as well. I'll link it all below. Oh my gosh. Oh, guys, look. Ice tray. Oh. I feel like this is going to be all the flavours. Yeah, probably. Look at that. Wow. Stop. So these are all those flavours.
Hope you enjoy the food. There's plenty of vegan, non-vegan stuff. This is just the starters, so beware. There's also dessert, but obviously eat to your heart's content. The bagels are from Kuro Bakery in Notting Hill, which are fab. Thanks for coming. Enjoy the food.
Right, this is plate one, but we also have the dessert. Oh, we also do have some of these skewers coming as well, I think. So we have the roasted salmon, lemon herbs, the saffron, yogurt chicken skewers should be coming. We have some meats. Thank you so much. Got a little sampanelli. I feel like this is like the best kind of brunch setup. If you wanted to do a brunch with like zero cooking, I just like some burrata, some tomatoes. Yeah, exactly. I think this is like a ratatouille on hummus, and then we've got some focaccia here as well. So now we have some chicken skewers. These look insane. We have some pesto potato. There's also over there some salmon as well, which looks delicious. We have a fruit platter here and the salt chocolate one here, nice. The thing that I've wanted to try for a long time is when you put the coffee with tonic, and never tried it, but I feel like this is the event to try this. It's gonna be strong. You know? Oh, no, this is with the tonic. Oh,
Did you get the flavoured one?
just normal. Oh, I don't know. Like the taste is like lemony, fizzy, bitter. Oh, I don't know. No, that's not for me, guys. I'm not. Yeah, go for it. Let's see if you like this.
No, I don't mind. No.
Oh, see? Not one for me, yeah. I do feel like on like a terrace, that kind of thing, yeah. Oh, Nat, I need you to open your gift. I feel like this is going to be your problem from now on. Do I give you the Tupperware? So I've done some tiramisu sourdough buns for you. Like this.
Oh my god, I'm gonna eat one now.
Are you going to have one now? So funny. Fresh this morning, they're so fluffy, aren't they? Yeah. Because it's like a coffee event, again, it's in a little coffee holder. I did a little like Nescafe thing, but it's like a little like, and I know that you love your green juice, so I thought that would be nice for your green juice, but you've got some flowers in it. That's so good. Right, this is Nat's problem now to cart around with her. Okay, I've just waited like 20 minutes in the queue in House of CB Selfridges to try on some stuff. I wanted to try on this dress for a really long time, and it's lovely, but I just don't think it's for me. It's actually making like this area look like really big. I would spill out of this, and actually the strap's really uncomfortable there. Cube, I feel like you have to be size 6 for this to work for you. Lovely weight material, like it's super heavy. Does it have pockets? It has pockets. For the price tag, which, how much is this? £179. Yeah, definitely not. Cute though. This is the second one. I don't know what is up with their sizing, but just this, you can't fill this out and it makes your chest look really squished. And also I just don't think I am a floral, pretty kind of gal. It is nice, but like the chest is just all off. It's like squishing my chest, but also there's like still material there. Yeah, and like really uncomfortable on the shoulders as well, unfortunately. I just think like the sizing is so bizarre here. I'm normally like a size small and I'm a UK like 8, 10, depending on how I want the fit of something. If I was to get a similar dress like this in H&M, I would get this in a UK 8, and this is a medium and it is so restricting. It's just not very normal people friendly. It's a shame. I really wanted to like House of CB things because I think that they're a real vibe. Okay, let's get out of this. Circle around, see if I can find anything else. I am having zero luck today, guys. This is something that I thought would have been quite cute. Ignore the shoes, obviously. I've just kept those on. What is up with sizing? This is a medium. It's still too small around the chest, but too big around here and like too big around the waist. But a small wouldn't fit the chest anyway. Like, this is Sister Jane. I've seen this brand on ASOS a few times and been tempted to order, but never really, I don't know, I was never really pulled anything. Also, I don't know if I don't like a short dress, I don't think, especially for a wedding. I don't know, like I prefer a long. Selfridges also really overstimulates me. I don't know why I ever think I'm gonna have a good shopping experience here. I'm gonna wander back now, and if I see something on the way out, obviously I'll try it on, but I feel like I just need to do an ASOS order because shopping in person can be stressful. Also, I want to get on the train before rush hour. Back home now, and I don't know about you guys, but when I'm out and about in London, I am really reluctant to buying things like Diet Cokes when I've got them at home already. I'm like, no, I'm not going to spend £2 on a can of Diet Coke when I can just hold on an hour and get one at home, especially when I've got some drink with me already. Like if I didn't have a bottle of water in my bag at all times, maybe I might have done it, but nothing quite like a super cold Diet Coke. I've had a few parcels arrive today. Oh, and also with the bits that I got, they gave me 2 bags. I am so grateful because it now means that I'll be able to include one of each of the flavours of their iced coffee shots, I guess, concentrates, in next month's giveaway. We've got like a standard one here, got a vanilla one. We also have a caramel one full of trays. I might include all of those in a giveaway actually. Let me also show you some of the bits that have come through on the post as well. First one, this, I'm very excited for. I've seen this all over targeted ads, also in Waitrose. I know you can get the refills. Citizens of Soil olive oil. I just think that is so beautiful. I'm a big fan of when you're going around someone's house to take them a bottle of olive oil over a bottle of wine. I'd normally do both. I'd normally say, you know, what are we eating tonight? And I can bring a bottle that pairs quite nicely. I'll normally either go to Waitrose and ask them because there's usually really good wine experts there, or Majestic, of course, can also do the same thing. So when I go around someone's house when they're hosting, find out what they're making and bring a bottle that complements that. But then as a gift for the host, I'll normally take something like either, I've shared them before, but those Clarence Court egg boxes with a loaf of sourdough and some nice butter, or giving someone some olive oil is really nice, and you can buy the refills as well, so you can always like buy a nice bottle of olive oil and then the refills. So I'm really excited to try this. And we've also got another parcel here. I don't know what this one is. Oh, okay, so I posted a TikTok the other day about what people get a man that is a flower equivalent, like as if in like a bunch of flowers. And I know you can obviously send a man a bunch of flowers, obviously you can do that. If maybe you've got someone in your life who maybe wouldn't want a bunch of flowers, what is that equivalent? You maybe want to send them a thank you, or you want to send a special something on their birthday to acknowledge their birthday, didn't want it to really be alcohol based, like what was that male equivalent? I posted a TikTok on it. I had so many good recommendations. I actually need to go through and like read all of them because it went off and like so many amazing things were recommended. But one of the things that came from it is that this wonderful small business, Hayley, created this brand here called Himper, and she said, can I send you it? And I'd love to do like a little follow-up of it. I hope you enjoy your first taste of Himper, the male equivalent of buying flowers for a woman. Inside is wake up but cool. Perfect for a coffee lover. With plenty of options to choose from, our aim is to refine the art of gifting for men. Enjoy, Hayley. And just look, that is just so beautiful. I'll put the link below to this. Oh my goodness. A gift for the notoriously hard to buy for. Yeah, I mean, that is what I need. I kind of don't want to open this because the person that I was talking about in that TikTok video, it's his birthday. And that's the whole reason I was asking people for recommendations. And I could give him, well, I want to give him this, and I don't want to ruin the beautiful packaging. Let me see if I can just like peel it away. I know that my brother-in-law doesn't have a bean to cup coffee machine, so these can maybe be a little gift to me. There's some coffee beans in there. Oh, cute. A nice little reusable coffee mug. Oh, cute. Okay, nice. We have some dark chocolate coffee beans, little like sweet treats. And then also some cold brew coffee chocolate. I might give this to him then, minus the beans, and maybe I'll just buy him. I know that he uses the grind coffee pods, so maybe I'll put in some nice coffee pods into this, maybe even some Nespressos or something, and then keep those myself. That is so lovely. Thank you so much, Hayley. Really, really, really beautiful. Nice little alternative here. I was trying to find an equivalent that is like flowers in the sense of, what if someone doesn't like coffee? What if someone doesn't like beer? What if someone doesn't like alcohol or cured meats or something like that? I just feel like flowers for women, you're always going to like them. Is it socks? I genuinely think, is it socks? Maybe that's the answer, because I feel like every man loves a pair of socks. Is that it? If you've got any ideas as well, let me know. But that, really lovely. I'm definitely going to give that to my brother-in-law, obviously. How savage if I just like kept that for myself. Can I add anything else into? I'm already giving them a load of PR bits. Oh! Some of the Nescafe bits, obviously. Okay. I feel like that's problem solved. We've got him a gift as well. There's a subscription, I think it's to the New Yorker magazine that he wants. So we're getting him a subscription to that. But this is a nice little something that he can open. So we'll add in, I'm pretty certain he's not a fan of flavoured coffees, but maybe I should just include one just in case, maybe like the vanilla one. Maybe we'll do that. But then also I can put in a tray of the ice cube things as well. Oh, okay, good. That is a lovely little thing. I'll see if I can rejig this box without ruining Hayley's beautiful packaging. Cute, okay. Gift sorted. Okay, and then we have a final one here. Who's this? Oh, okay, this is from Jenki. I actually met one of the team at Mads' event the other day, and she said, can I send you some of our matcha, because I'm trying to really get into it. It's like slow releasing caffeine, all that kind of stuff. And I was like, yes please, I'd love to receive it. Oh wow, look at it, and they've sent me a little kit. How cute is this? I have been wanting to try their at home matcha, because one of the ones that I enjoyed the most was the salted vanilla one, the one that Condiment Claire is in collaboration with. Eee, look at this. Beautiful whisk. I have a whisk already, so I think we've got another giveaway situation here, which is very exciting. It's just so amazing to be able to give back to you guys. The only thing is that I now will have a little hole there, because I do want to try this matcha. Nice little sieve. Maybe I can just include the whisk, because that is super useful. I do always need a secondary strainer. Very excited about that. Thank you so much to Jenki as well. Still blows my mind that these things come through the door and I'm offered all these amazing things. Got Lawrence doing us dinner. What's on the menu?
Fish tacos. I've taken some tilapia fillets, breaded them in the bread crumbs, taken some of these crackers that we did the other day, whizzed them up, put it in the breadcrumbs, sliced them into sort of goujons, flour, egg, breadcrumb, pork scratching mixture, fried them off in a shallow fry. Those are the goujons.
We were saying this, like, what's the difference between a goujon and a fish finger?
I think a goujon is like gnarly shape and a fish finger is more sort of square.
You just think that's it?
I don't know, I have no idea. I think that goujon existed before fish fingers did. Goujon's a French word and fish fingers not. I think fish fingers, it's just called fish fingers so kids eat them.
So we've got the taco shell. What's the layering?
So avocado-y green goddessy type sauce in the bottom. Then this spicy slaw. Then I put the fish goujons on top. Then I put some chopped up pickled jalapenos on top of that. Then I put some scratching sriracha mayo and some scraps. And I'm thinking about a little bit of coriander.
Oh, I've got pickled red onions. Let's go into my little PR stash. These here. Want to put some pickled red onions on?
Yes.
It's been a hot day. Look at both of the cats. This one there, Beauty here. What are you stood doing? I know. Beautiful dinner. Thanks for this. We're going to have our tacos and then just have an evening. Thank you so much for joining on like the first week full-time content creation. Next week we are flying to the US, and like I say, I want to have another vlog ready for you guys so that then I can have a bit of time before I can put the first vlog of our trip out, which will be me solo-ish in New York. I've got like 24 hours in New York alone before Lawrence joins me, because Lawrence is going out with his friend Nick for a few days and going to Boston. Then coming back, I'm flying out to New York. I've got 24 hours alone. They're coming back to New York. I'm having a night in New York before we drive to Washington. So I think I'm going to try and split up the travel vlogs to being 24 hours-ish in New York as the first one. Then I'll probably be doing a combined one of like Washington, Charleston, Savannah all together potentially. And then we're going to Disney World. So Disney World will be another one. And I'm probably going to do it that I'll post one on a Sunday, then I'll give you a bonus one, like the Charleston Savannah one, on a Wednesday, and then the following Sunday will be the Orlando one. I think that's what I'll do. And then the week after that, we'll be in New York. So thank you so much for joining on another vlog and for joining on such a big week as well. I'll see you next week. Have a great week. Bye.